for this new beginning that's coming for you guys in the beginning of July.
Watch them grow, perceive, devote. This is the seed, light the show. Watch them grow.
Hello, Leo. Welcome to your June 2020. I'm going to make sure that I say the year right. Reading. I am Princess India. If you're new, if you're family, welcome back, my friend. I'm not really sure if I even said all of that in Capricorn's video, but that's neither here nor there, my friend. In this vicinity, you should see a video of me shuffling the cards that are on my desk at present, and I got stuff falling. If y'all only saw what was over here on my desk, don't you judge me. Moving right along, but we're going to go ahead and jump into you guys' cards. Your overall energy, 3 cards fell out for you guys. The first one that we have is water your garden, because your body is the garden of your soul. You know what I'm saying? Moving right along. And it says nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Next, we have golden children. And it says inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. With that, I want to say, if you know what your MC is, then you would want to look at what your IC is in your birth chart. You know what I'm saying? Look at your birth chart and look for your IC, because that's going to give you insight into your inner child wounds and things of the sort. Learn that from Anon. I just like to sound smart saying things that he says. Moving right along, next card that you guys have is Breath of the Cosmos. And it says, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. That's the same card that came out for Capricorn and pretty much carried their entire reading, dagnabbit son of a gun. So anywho, let's hop into your card. You have the star in the reverse in the center of your reading that's challenged by the 5 of swords, past influence. You guys have the Hierophant in the reverse. Your below energy is the Magician. Your above energy is the 3 of wands. And going forward, we have the Ace of wands. And at the bottom of you guys' deck, we have the 7 of cups in the reverse. So hopping into you guys' overall energy cards. Now that we know what we're working with, hooey vey. All right. So with watering your garden, this to me is speaking heavily about self-care. Now, mind you, in the month of June, I believe it's on the 18th, if I'm not mistaken, Mercury goes retrograde. And much like I told Capricorn and probably told everybody else, maybe, I don't know, Mercury retrograde is a great time to really reassess your life. And then, you know, Venus is in retrograde up until 25th of this month, if I'm not mistaken. So we got double retrogrades and things, amongst other things that are happening. But this would be a really great time to really reflect on your values, what's important to you, your passions, where you find enjoyment in life, and just kind of overlooking your life at large. But to do that, I feel it's needing to get into a space where you're operating in your most, not that word. What's the word? Opportune almost came out of my mouth, but that's not what I meant. Operating in your most idealistic state. Let's just go with that. In your most idealistic state. And the only way that we can do that is if we're well rested and well fed and our anxiety levels are a little low. So I really feel in the month of June, you guys are really going to be taking a step back, but I think it would be great if you guys took time to really go easy on yourself and not push yourself past your limits. Because I feel like coming into June and every month prior to this, things have been chaotic and hectic and whatnot, but now is the time to really kind of slow down and really go easy on yourself, right? Because I feel like you want to be in this ideal space. So if you need to, you know, take a bubble bath, have Calgon take you away, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, I feel like that would behoove you guys this month in accordance with the other work you're going to be doing. Now, next, with the golden children, this is a whole school of thought and a concept. Like, you know, there's crystal kids and indigo kids and stuff. The golden children are supposed to be like a new wave of kids. I don't really know when they were born. I think allegedly they were saying like in 2010, these kids were starting to be born. But I know some of them, I don't think it's them, that they've never incarnated. I think it is some of them that have never been humans before. So they have issues with like grounding and things of the sort. and can get wounded as children. But I would think taking this as more of a construct or an illustration of your state of being. I feel part of the reason why it's imperative for you guys to do self-care and to nurture, because I feel like you guys push yourselves pretty hard. Because just from what I'm seeing in your cards, it's like pushing yourself to be great, you know what I mean, or to achieve something or to accomplish something. But I feel like there's some inner housekeeping that needs to be done, meaning that what we're really talking about is you mothering yourself and nurturing your own inner child. Because, you know, if you didn't know, everything it is that you need to know what you're looking for in the outside world, whether it's, you know, that validation or if it's being recognized, whatever the case may be, or even your gifts and talents and things of the sort, all of that lies with the inner child. But because we have a tendency to suppress our inner child, that of which is the authentic self, because of the wounding that we experienced in our childhoods, a lot of times we also lock away with them our sense of meaning, our sense of purpose, why we're here in the first place, and so on and so forth. So I feel that it's a little bit of backstepping, a little bit of self-care, self-love, and really doing a little bit of mothering to the self this month. And then, of course, with this card, the breath of the cosmos and micromanaging the universe, the whole central focus of this card is all about spirit, God, the universe, whatever name that you use. You know what I'm saying? And it's more or less, I would look at it as like a tip of the hat from the universe, as if the universe wore hats. The universe doesn't wear hats. I mean, aspects of the universe in the form of people wear hats, but that's neither here nor there. There are some cats and dogs that wear hats, but that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Moving right along. So when we're talking about this, it's really talking about how, as humanity, we have a tendency to take a lot of responsibility onto ourselves, not diminishing personal accountability at all, but it's saying that when we find ourselves in binds in life, when we find ourselves in challenges, or when we're trying to figure out what's next, or the path we should take, or what our purpose is in life, or what have you, we have a tendency to look external to us for that meaning, like I said, that validation, that you know, pointing, that looking to be pointed in the right direction, in so many words. But we never stop to look within ourselves, right? Now, when we're talking about looking within ourselves, what we're really talking about is looking into the part of you that's infinite, that part of you that's very much connected to all that is, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. So this is talking about Leo coming into a state of surrender in the month of June. And that state of surrender is not, because, you know, people feel a way about that word, but surrender is not a statement of defeat, nor is it a statement of cowardice. Surrender is, and I'm looking at the Five of Swords, that's so interesting. Surrender is a state or a posture one takes that requires a great deal of wisdom, higher knowledge, understanding, emotional maturity, you know what I mean? And it's an ultimate state of courage, in so many words. But it's one of those words that have become convoluted, you know? So it's more or less that paradoxical state of stepping down so that one may be raised up, if you will, if that makes sense. So that's really what we're talking about, that I'm seeing playing out in you guys' cards this month, on top of your overall energies as well. It's more or less getting reacquainted with your authentic self, because with the Hierophant here being the Hierophant in reverse, the energy you guys are coming into the month of June with, this is letting you know that, along with this Magician being in you guys below energy too, that you guys are in possession of everything it is that you need for this new beginning that's coming for you guys in the beginning of July, right? But I feel that there's a lot of self-doubt and a lack of faith/trust for oneself as well as in spirit, right? So why all of this stuff I said before is important is because these are the tools or the resources that you guys are going to use to assist you in overturning this energy. Because I feel it's a It's energy that's too focused externally. It may be a little bit of a pride issue that I'm seeing with the challenge with the Five of Swords, because, and that's why I said, like, when I was talking about surrender, it's like some of you may feel like you're fighting a losing battle. Others of you may be fighting for something, but not wanting to give up because it's the thought that you should fight. But that's where I say, like, surrender comes in a sense of wisdom, because if you're fighting against someone who isn't fighting fair, it doesn't make you a coward to walk away. It makes you wise. You know what I mean? Because the thing I think is interesting with the Five of Swords, and that's always been a thing for me, is I always look at symbolism. And I look at the fact that the two people who are walking off, right? They have, each of them had a sword. If you look at what the Ace of Swords is, it's like a mental breakthrough. It's clarity. It's seeing things for exactly what they are, right? But this dude who looks all smug as if, you know, he won, he has three swords, right? And you think of in the tarot, what is the Three of Swords? It's a form of heartbreak. It's knowledge or a message or something of the sort that comes in that causes one disappointment or emotional pain. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where you win the battle, but you lose the war. The question I feel that you guys are asking yourself this month is, what's more worth it to me? Winning the battle or winning the war? If these guys want to win the war, and I'm saying this in an illustrative sense, if these guys really want to win the war, it would be wisdom that says it's time to walk away now, right? To create a better battle plan and strategy. Because why old dude over here like, you know, I won. You know what I'm saying? Hypothetically speaking, you can go rest, take care of yourself, get clear, see where it is that things went wrong that got us to a point to where we needed to step away from this, and strategize on how you move to the future, right? Another thing I see with this is the biggest challenge with this Five of Swords as well is going to be tying up loose ends this month. So, and I mean, that's a theme for everyone because of the retrogrades and stuff. It's just kind of looking at different aspects of your life with this Hierophant. This more or less says to me, it's like breaking away. Because, and I felt this with Capricorn too, I feel that it's a lot of power that Leos possess. It's a lot of ability that you guys possess. But I think it's you valued other people's opinions too much. You know what I mean? Or you're looking for someone to lead you. Could have made a Leo joke there, but I'm not going to do it, Leo. I'm not going to do it. You guys could be looking for someone to lead you when the truth is you guys are actually the leader. You know what I mean? It's like your experience, what you've been through in your life, your connection with spirit, all of this is your best teacher. You know what I mean? Because when we're talking about, you know, perspective, it's like it would be a lack of trust for oneself. Like if you don't trust your own judgment, and then for some of you where it's a lack of trust for the divine or spirit, or just not having a strong spiritual base in so many words. There's a decision that needs to be made, and you're looking to people, a person, or whatever outside of yourself to lead you. And this is pretty much saying to me that you guys already possess the ability to know what to do. Like you already know the answer because it's spoken in, you know, a feeling of hopelessness. Like if you guys feel boxed in or bogged down, you know, things are stagnant and monotonous, you're not really happy, like you're feeling kind of hopeless about your situation, that's a telltale sign that it's time for change, you know? But in order to know that, there's a need to take a step back and really reassess the entire situation. With this Three of Wands that we have in you guys above energy, it's like in the bigger scheme of things, and putting this in accordance with this Ace of Wands of how this and this Magician energy would work for you guys going forward. Aside from that, just looking at it as your present state, it's like there's a need to take a step back and look at the big picture. And you know, right before I recorded this, I looked at a quote I had wrote on my whiteboard over here in my office, and it says, God, can I see it from this far? Stop focusing on where you're going and focus on what you need to do to get there. And I read that and I said, I wonder if that's going to be for, because it's Leo and then Virgo after that. It's like, I wonder if that's going to be for someone, or if I just so happen to have that written up there for buku long and just so happen to read it again today. But yeah, it's focusing less on where it is that you're going, because that can discourage you if you're like, oh, I still got so long to go. Focus on what it is that needs to be done to get there, right? And I feel like that's what this month is about, right? Before you can move forward, before you can, go to uncharted territories and things, before your ships come in and things, what you do in the meantime, in between time, is tying up loose ends. It's getting to the bottom of why it is that you're not trusting yourself or trusting your judgment. Why is it that you feel you need confirmation from people outside of yourself for decisions that you're making? Why is it that you need, someone to break up with you before you leave a situation or a relationship or whatever? Why do you need a job to fire you before you quit? You know what I mean? It's like, why stick with something that goes against everything it is that you stand for, right? Or something that makes you feel hopeless and lose faith in yourself or life or your future or whatever the case may be. So when we talk about big picture, we're looking at you guys, looking at what the end goal is, and then coming back to your everyday life and seeing if what you're doing at present is that any way in alignment with where it is that you're going. Is this in service to it, or is this a disservice to it, right? Now, the additional information that we can give you guys in reference to this is with this magician is saying that you possess all of the ability to do so. So the same with the Hierophant. You're looking for someone else to be what you already possess within you. So you're looking in the wrong direction. You're looking out there when you need to look within. Because like for those of you guys who are looking for like, a mentor, leader, whatever, it's like you are that mentor. You are who you are looking for in the bigger scheme of things, and the sooner that you recognize that, you can step fully into your power and start calling in these experiences that you need for your future. Because like I said, in July, with this Ace of Wands, there's an opportunity that's coming. And with the star being here, we could turn that upright. It's just a need to overcome this challenge first. And it's one of the mind, right? It's learning to trust yourself. It's, how's that song go? You gotta know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold them, know when to walk away, leave it all behind. You gotta something on tape. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Moving right along. So lastly, looking at you guys underlying energy from the bottom of your deck, the Seven of Cups in the reverse. The reason why I feel like all of the stuff that we've just said here, why that's so imperative, is because I feel with you guys options moving forward, y'all got buku options. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different paths you guys can take. It's a lot of different ways that you can go moving forward. And you want to make sure that you pick one that's in alignment with your highest truth, not with someone else's expectations, not with, oh, I've been doing this for so long, I might as well stick with it. I feel this month is a month where you guys are going to reassess everything in alignment with what your end goal is. And everything that doesn't match up, throw it out. Only keep the things that are of value, that are in service to you. The things that aren't are nothing but dead weight. I don't know what is going on in my throat, y'all. Lord have mercy. But all the things that aren't in service to your big picture end goal, they're a disservice to you and they're dead weight, But I feel in the bigger scheme of things, going forward after this retrograde, I really believe that you guys are going to be stepping into a position of power and potentially a leadership position, or stepping in. I mean, hey, you never know. Scorpio, a mentor came up for Scorpio, and I think, like for Capricorn too. So Leo, you might be mentoring Scorpio and yeah, because I think it wasn't, y'all did come up in Cap's reading. But y'all might be a mentor to Capricorn or to Scorpio. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is, man, is just taking your power back. Because with these two major arcanas, I just feel that y'all are discounting yourself, And it's a need to reconnect. And when we say reconnecting with God, depending on what your belief system is, that can mean reconnecting with your authentic self, your inner child, or the author of the universe. You know what I'm saying? It really depends. But either way it goes, I feel once this work is done, you guys are going to be going forward into July with such vigor and fervor, straight into the direction of your passion, my friend. Know what I'm saying? But anywho, that's been your reading, Leo. I hope that helps. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I love your face, and I'll see you guys sooner than later. Just Capricorn had that too. Y'all may be in a relationship that's in crisis at the moment, or it could legit be a divorce or a breakup here. It could be a Taurus person, could be an Aquarius, it could be an Aries, like hoping for a commitment, but a commitment that never comes. And even though this could be a relationship, I really do feel this has something to do with a job, an organization that you're a part of, or some sort of friendship or relationship. But the truth is,